Welcome to the Gastlecast! I'm Chris.
I'm Heather.
On this episode, we're going to talk about one of my new, very favorite things, Heather.
What's that?
Hot Toys.
Okay.
They're baby Hot Toys.
Okay.
They're Cosbaby Hot Toys.
Let's talk about them.
Not Cosby. Like Bill Cosby, not him. Creepy Cosbaby. Cosby. So I was perusing around on Macari, Heather, and that's where I found these Cosbabys because, for whatever reason, they're really hard to buy. You can't find them anywhere but on eBay or on Macari. I found a couple on Amazon, but they were too high priced. They had some on Big Bad Toy Store, but they were older ones. They weren't like the new Infinity War ones.
So they're not sold in stores?
Not in stores. I went to every store I could think of that would carry these things, or like local like comic book shops and toy stores. Nothing. They're nowhere. Nada. Can't find them anywhere. And the only place that I could find them locally was All Time Toys, because they told me that they would special order them for me if I really wanted them, because apparently nobody else is looking for them but me in the state of Maryland. I'm the only guy looking for these things.
I think if they were in the stores, though, then people would want them.
Possibly, if you could see them in person, yeah. Because they are very similar to like a Funko Pop, really. They're bobbleheads, but they're just a little bit more detailed, I guess.
Yeah, and they're a little more cartoony, I think.
Now, the very first one I ever picked up was Thanos. I picked him up last year, and I really, really liked him because it went with all of my Thanos stuff. But over the last few weeks, I've been noticing a bunch of them popping up, like on Hot Toys, their Instagram, and they would like kind of flash up, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome! Where do I get that? And I went to search, nowhere. Where do you? It's like I almost want to like message Hot Toys and be like, hey, where can I buy your Cosbabys? Where can I buy them from? There's no buy it here. There's no website that it's like leading you to. Like
Right.
It leads you to a webpage where you can like look at them.
Yeah, but you can't buy them.
But you can't buy them.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of that? It does nothing. And what's cool about these is that, you know, with Funko Pops, you have like a variation of characters.
Mm-hmm.
They make so many variations of these characters that if you search for them, if you like Google them, you'll find all these different variations of Iron Man when you wouldn't even know they existed unless you actually searched for it.
Yeah.
Like the back of the boxes for these guys, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. I will say, though, I do love these boxes. I think they're cool. Because there's an Infinity Gauntlet on there. They do have a picture of what the character looks like. Then they have, like, the logo of said character. But I did pick up a few because, like I said, when I was stumbling around on eBay and Macari, I found some that I really liked. The first one that I found that I really, really wanted was this Doctor Strange with all the arms. This is what I've been begging for.
Yeah.
I wanted a Funko Pop that looked like this. So when I saw it, I was like, I have to have it. I got to pick it up. I love all the little arms that are sticking out. He looks amazing. And the one thing about these figures that really stand out to me, the heads are really heavy.
Yes.
The heads are very heavy in comparison to the rest of the body.
Yeah, well, Thanos, I love the way his head, like, sort of slowly moves.
Yes, it like bobbles very slowly.
Yeah, like with a Funko Pop, though, you really have to, like, shake them around usually. But, like, these guys, you move them a touch, and the head's so heavy, it just, like, moves really sort of slow.
And I love the little bases they come with. They come with, like, little bases that have the Avengers, like, logo down there, which is pretty neat. That the little thing it stands on, the little pole stand, it goes up their buttocks.
Yeah.
And it's really a tight, fit. I hate to say it like that, but it's true. It was really hard to get that thing in there. We really had to jam these in there in order to make them look like he's flying. But they come out easily. They go back in sort of easily now that we stretched it out. But now it's in there, and he looks good. Now, I had him on there before, and he was like kind of wobbly. Yeah. But I really jammed that sucker in there. So after I ordered this guy and received him, I loved it so much that I was looking at all the other ones that they had come out with. Because we got Hot Toys Thor, I was like, man, it would be really cool to have a Cosbaby to go with the Thor that we have from Hot Toys. And wouldn't you know it, they had a couple Thors, but this one was my favorite. This one is awesome. Look at that guy. I just think he looks really amazing. The details on him are excellent. Again, he has that action pose on him. And the other cool thing is that he's luminous. So if you shine a black light on him, he like shines really bright around the eyes, the axe, his chest. And I like this one so much that I was like, you know what? Now I want an Iron Man. But I found this one, and I thought he was so cool because he's like in a flying kind of pose. Again, another action pose. And I thought he looked amazing. But on the Macari website, on the page that they were selling this guy, the eyes were lit up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wow, that's so cool. It lights up. Like there's, it said LED. And I was like, oh, LED. There must be a switch back there. Pulled it out of the box, excitedly. No light.
No.
No switch on the back of the head like it's supposed to have a switch. Because they have another one that's kind of standing there and it lights up as well.
Yeah.
This one has no switch, no nothing. So I contacted the seller, and the seller said, well, you know, you have to go on the back of the head, there's a switch. I said, there's no switch. Well, you have to take off the plastic front piece with a knife, and you can get to the switch. And we've pulled the little plastic piece down. There is nothing in there. There's no battery compartment. He said there should be a battery compartment.
He's not lighting up. There's no battery compartment. There's literally a spring to make his head bobble. That's it.
I know. When I pulled it out of the box, picked it up, and started searching around, I was like, there's no way this thing lights up.
No, it doesn't light up.
But when I messaged the seller and he said, look for the battery compartment, I was like, oh, well, okay, there might be some truth to that. He said there should be like a little switch or knob on the back of this thing, on the back of the head, in order to like turn it on and off, turn on the LED on and off. No, it's not there. So we searched and searched, or actually Heather did, and you found that there's a custom like this that lights up.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, or you're thinking, that or we're both thinking, they're taking a picture of the custom from somewhere and posting it as their item they're selling.
Mm-hmm.
So they screwed up big time. I am going to complain to Macari.
I would. Because that's false advertising.
It is false advertising. It is a bummer. I'm just not the type to complain. I'll
complain for you.
I love the figure anyway. Like, I don't know if I really need to
cool,
complain. I don't like the fact that his arm came off.
Yeah, me neither.
You know?
You have to think how many other people are going to buy that because it says LED when it's not LED.
I got this thing. It doesn't light up, and his arm fell off.
Yeah. No, just tell him that it doesn't light. It doesn't light up. There's nothing to feel bad about. That's the seller's fault. He shouldn't be putting fake things on the internet.
As soon as the arm came off and I realized it didn't light up, I kind of did one of these to myself, and the Seinfeld song came on. So, looking at these, what do you think?
I love them.
I love them too! Really? You do?
I want a Pennywise one. Do you think they'll have one?
I don't know. So I also broke the stand for this, the little plastic piece for the stand. Why do I break everything? Remember I broke our friend's Predator?
Yeah.
The cannon? Now I broke this, and I broke Iron Man's arm off. Like, when's it going to end, Heather? When's it going to end?
It's not.
Let us know what you think of these guys down in the comments below. Do you like them? Do you hate them? We would love to know.
Can you guys tell Chris to yell at that guy on Macari for selling him a figure that does not have LEDs, even though it was advertised with LEDs, please?
As always, guys, remember, we hunt together. Yes. We will catch you next time.
Bye.
We hope that you enjoyed this episode of the Gastlecast. If so, please hit that subscribe button and check out some of our other fun content.
We've left you some links to some of our other videos that we thought you might like.
We'll catch you next time.